What's up, y'all? Welcome to my page. Welcome, everybody, to this session tonight, this evening. Welcome, everyone. This evening is basically about finance, right? Finance. We know a whole lot of people, right? We used to have a whole lot of money when we was younger. And when we look at these people nowadays, they don't have nothing to live for, right? They get older, there's no money. Their money end up being gone, right? They end up wasted in something probably they didn't invest well, right? They didn't invest in something well. They didn't buy no assets. They didn't do none of these things. So there's multiple ways and multiple uh, places people can invest their money when they turn 50, 40, 65, they can access those money. Okay. When we was younger, we didn't know these things, right? Now we are older, we know there's investments, right? There's the cryptocurrency. Uh, there's all the stocks and bonds that we can invest in, and when we get older, so those investment can help it to get older, and those investment will help us in the future. So if you never heard of this is your first time, just reach out to me and let me know how I can help you figure out where you need to invest your money when you get older. So you don't have to depend on the government or depend on other people to supply you to help you, to live. So it's important if you're young, you gotta look into those things, right? Investment, the stock market, etc. Right? And other financial vehicles that we have in place where we know if we invest in those vehicles when we turn about 60 years old, we can have those benefits. Or if we sick, or if we end up being sick, that we can also enjoy those benefits to pay our bills to help us move forward with life. So there's a lot of things, in place right now that a lot of people didn't know on, like 10, 20 years ago or 40 years ago, right? Nowadays, because of technology, because of the way of the internet, we know all these things are in place. We know these places where we can invest our money, where it can give us a return, where we can use those returns to do whatever we want. All right. The thing about finances is not about, having a whole lot of things, right? Own a lot of things. If you own something, make sure that something you own is generating you a profit, right? Giving you something back so you can live. If you invest $10, is this $10 will give you that $10 back? That's the mindset right now, right? The mindset is not about gambling. I mean, if you're good at gambling, you can gamble. You know what I mean? You can't go out there and gamble. But if you're not good at that, if you're thinking about the future or for your family, not just for yourself, but also for your family, for your generation that's coming, right? So you have to find a way where, okay, I didn't have $1 million, right? Or I didn't have $50,000, $500,000. How can, I find a way where I can generate or show my family or my kids, children, how to generate those type of funds when they are older, all right? When they become older, when they start working, where do you invest your money? That's the most important thing. We have to learn or find out or find a way where, to basically invest our money. I heard a quote that said, if you're not making money while you sleep, you're doing something wrong, right? So the thing is for us to be financially stable. It's not about becoming a millionaire or becoming rich. It's becoming financially stable where you can take care of yourself and your family. Okay, that's why finance is so important. I think all of us should learn about finance, right? We should learn about finance. What is finance? Okay, we should learn about these things because they're important. Not just for now, but it's going to be important for the next probably 100 years coming up, right? So we have to put ourselves in a position where, as people, or as people, as we're getting older, we know we can survive, right? Because you don't want to be one of those persons who get older and then, especially what if you don't have no family, right? You don't have nobody to support you. to give you a handout, right? What are you going to do? The thing is how can we be in a position when we get older so we don't ask for no handout? The biggest thing. How can we put ourselves in a position so we don't ask for hands out, right? We don't ask the government for this. We don't ask the government for that. We don't ask family. We don't ask friends, okay? There's ways we can do that. And the biggest thing right now is to learn those ways to do this thing. I'm going to do more videos about this. I'm going to do more videos about finance in ways as well, vehicles where we can invest this money or invest our funds or, so therefore we can be more prepared for the future. Okay, it is important. It's important, and we need to really take that serious. Right now is the most serious time ever to sit down with a pen and paper to put a plan together. You know how you can invest, how you can own more assets that can give you an investment back, that can give you a profit back. Right? If you own something, how can we find a way where we can utilize this vehicle to help us moving forward, right? To help us pay our bills, buy our groceries, pay our mortgage, etc. What it might be, right? So the best thing to do in this position, that's my personal opinion. It's not anybody else's opinion but my own. So therefore, I feel and I know personally that knowing about finance is really a helpful tool at this moment for anybody. For anybody, there's people that's already know about these tools, right? They already have these tools in place. They're already using these tools. For those of us who haven't started yet or who don't know where to start, we need to figure it out, right? We need to figure it out to put us in the best position or a better position for tomorrow, put our family in a better position for tomorrow. That's the most important thing. And life is like that, life is like that. It's full of challenges, life is full of problem issues. But the thing is, we have to make sure that we are in a better place mentally, spiritually and mentally, as well as physically, right? So we can take care of those issues. So, because mentally, if we're not there, we cannot take care of nothing, physically, right? If we're not here physically as well, we cannot take care of nothing mentally. So, it's important that we take it care of, mentally. If we have mental issues with ourselves, like, we have to take care of those as well within ourselves, work within ourselves, improve within ourselves, and then whatever we may do, may also improve. Right? That's the goal. The goal is not to deviate from self. Is not to deviate from your problems or your issues. There always going to be problems. There always going to be issues. But how can you fix those issues? Right? So since we were talking about finance, we know a lot of issues that a lot of us or a lot of families are facing is financial issues, right? We have financial issues. So a lot of us have financial issues. So how to fix those financial issues is learn finance, right? Is to learn finance. Is to sit down and research what is finance. Once you research what is finance, and then you'll find out what finance is, and then you can put a plan together how you move forward. To basically prepare and take care of those situations and take care of those issues. That's the number one thing we need to do right now is to learn about finance, to know what is finance, what we can do when we learn about finance, right? How we can take care of financial issues ourselves and taking care of financial issues for our families, and other families that need help as well. We can also all these things, and we know all these things that's going on, and the internet is huge, and we have to take advantage of the internet. Learn how to take advantage of the internet. What's going on in the internet? How can use the internet, right? All these apps that's going on, they have rolling, so we need to know how to utilize some of these tools that are available to us right now at this moment and take advantage of all of them. Okay, so the biggest thing, like I mentioned early, like I said early, the biggest thing is to learn about finance. To learn about finance. Learn about finance. It's important. Okay. And I'll see y'all in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you think this video is valuable. If you feel that this video is valuable and people should know about this thing, hear this video so they can take actions. Share this video. All right. And I'll catch you on the next video.